Good afternoon and welcome to my kitchen. My name is Vugosi. I'm super excited to host you ladies on this all mutual Insure hot plate session. So today we're going to make two nice dishes, which is one our main and a dessert. So in our main, we're going to make some nice cream spinach and chicken mixed in one pot to be served with mashed potato. And for our dessert, we're going to learn how to make a nice moistened chocolate cake with a lot of berries and a drizzle of chocolate. But before we get to the cooking and the things that we're going to use today, before I show you the things that we're going to use today, let me just wish you ladies a very good Women's Month. You are beautiful, you are gorgeous, you are created by God, and you stand second to no one. So always know that you are the best, you are great, and go out there and be the best. So now let's get to cooking. The ingredients that we are using today, we're having our chicken breast cleaned and nicely fresh. Some spinach that we're going to use, some nice veggies here for garnish, and our starch is potato mash. We're just going to boil it, and we're going to use extra virgin olive oil, some nice spices, all seasoned, spice, rosemary, sage spice. For the white sauce, we're going to use butter, flour, cheese, some whipping cream, and salt. And I love this spice so much. It's actually great. Cape Malay curry. It's very great. You can use it in any dish that you want at your home. So now, let's get to season our chicken. Just a little bit of salt, just for it to taste. I don't put my salt into it because our spices already have salt. Then I'm just going to put in some nice seasoning here. So once it's in the pot, or when it's frying in my frying pan, I'm going to saute the other side and put in spices as well. The other side. So like now we're just putting in the one side. So this is rosemary and sage. Rosemary is great for chicken. The aroma in the house will be beautiful. And now we use our Cape Malay. It's very nice. You can use any choice of your spices that you have in the house. You don't really need to break a leg and go buy things that are not in your budget. So you can use whatever. If you've got curry, you've got paprika, you can use it. But I prefer these spices for my chicken. Now, let's get cooking. Now let's get into our cooking. I've got here my frying pan, which I'm going to use for my chicken, and my nice stove here, which is on a medium heat. So now I'm just going to drizzle some bit of oil into my pan, just like that. That should be enough. Just let it heat up a bit. You need to cover the whole pot so that your chicken can nicely cook. Now let's put in our chicken. There we go. So we're just going to fry it, and I have it brown from the other side before we flip it. You can tell already like now it's trying to cook, or it's starting to cook. So we're just gonna flip it again so that this other side can brown. And one other thing, this side we did not put in spices, so when you flip it, we're just gonna drizzle some bit of spices or sprinkle some bit of spices, not drizzle, just to sprinkle a bit of salt and the spices that we use. So yes. Okay, let's turn it. So let's get the spices. All seasoned spices. I get my spices from Woolworths. and Food Lovers Market. They have a very nice shops where you can get your spices. In Food Lovers Market, there's a variety of spices that you can have for your kitchen. So, and you even weigh them according to how you like. So you can actually determine the pricing for yourself. So our chicken is browning nicely, or it's frying nicely. So after this process, I'm going to take off my chicken when it's nicely cooked. All the parts are actually cooked and it's browned a bit. I just transfer it to my my dish in here, and then I put in some nice ginger and garlic paste. I did not show you in my ingredients I'm gonna use. I'm just gonna set it from my fridge. Let me just show you what I'm going to use. This is the garlic and ginger paste. I'm just gonna pour it in here and create my white sauce with it. So this is just an extra thing that I'm thinking about now as I'm cooking. So on the same pot that you were using to fry your chicken, you just put in some bit of garlic and ginger paste. Very nice, as I mentioned. So now my pot is heating up. Let's put in some butter. We're now making a white sauce for our chicken and cream spinach. On the other side, I have my potatoes boiling. Well, they're yet to boil, but yeah, we're going to cook this or to boil this for longer and have it soft so that it can mash so nicely and be creamy. So now as the butter is melting, just quickly tossing it just so that it can melt so quick. I'm gonna add in a bit of flour. Just a bit of it. Until it all combines with your butter. So by doing this, we're preventing lumps from our flour and butter, so that when you bind, you don't get that huge lump of flour in your spinach. So we're just going to pour bit by bit. And after this, I'm just going to pour milk, just a bit of milk and whipping cream. Don't forget to put in salt. That should be enough. Just cook it a bit. Just like that. And now let's put in some milk. You can tell that there's no lumps in here. So if your white sauce thickens, just put in more milk to make it a bit watery, but not really watery because it needs to be creamy. So you can see it's firming up. We're just going to put much more milk into this. Okay, so now our white sauce is thickening. Now we want it to be more creamier. We pour in our nice cream from Woolies, whipping cream. If you want to have it a little bit sour, you can just add in sour cream instead of whipping cream, but I prefer whipping cream because I don't want this to be more thick. I just want it to be nice. I love this consistency because I'm still going to add in my spinach. Now let's put in some cheese. This is just for the extra flavor, not mandatory. A little bit of cream. This is so lovely. So now we're going to put in our spinach. Remember, spinach, guys, doesn't really need to cook. It's a nice, you can use it as salad as well. So the crunchy part in your spinach is actually great. It complements your dish. Let me add some spinach. Do not put water in here. So you're going to cook your spinach with just cream or your white cream. So coat your spinach with your cream, just like that. It looks messy now, but it's gonna be nice and enjoyable. You can just add more cream or milk at this stage, but we're using cream. And let it cook for just a minute or two. We're gonna add more cream. Looks delicious. Now let's add back our chicken to this. We're gonna have it cook or simmer all together so the flavors can gel in. This is lovely. I normally do this all the time. Put all the juices back into the pot, the juices of my chicken. So yeah, that's how we prepare our chicken with cream spinach all together. And we're gonna serve this with our mashed potato later, and I'm gonna show you how I plate this. But basically, this is how we do a nice cream chicken and spinach. Okay, I'll put this in boiling. Just allow it. So now in this pan, we are making our garnish for a nice dish. So we just pour in butter in here, and just have a sugar bean, some nice sweet carrots, and some little corn in here. A bit of seasoning, salt. It looks fine. This shouldn't stay for long in your stove. We still need that crunchiness in everything that we are making in here. So we're just gonna have them allowed to heat on both sides. Cooking. Now let's dish up. I got 2 plates in here for myself and the cameraman. So we're going to start with our mash. Oh, the steam is still oozing out. This is lovely. So we're just going to create a bed. Just like that. So you create a nice bed of your mash. This is for my cameraman. Small. So now we're just going to take our spinach, creamy spinach. Just like that. Just want the nice. And the other plate as well. Then some nice piece of chicken. Let me take this one. That's just lovely. Okay. Paper towel just to clean out my plate. That looks great. Then now we're going to dish up our veggies. And just put them here on top. Just like that. Remember, you're creating art, so it must look beautiful. The other plate as well. Just like that. Okay. Looks nice. And a bit of garnish just to make it lovely. Nice. Now we're about to eat. Let's taste our food. The chicken is so well cooked, you can tell from the inside. And then a scoop of mash. Tastes so nice. I love the crunchy bite of the veggies, the yumminess of the chicken, and the smooshiness of the mash. This is just lovely. So guys, this is how you make your nice dishes at home. Just one more bite. This is lovely. I can't get enough of this. Stay tuned, because now we're going to make our dessert chocolate cake with berries and a drizzle of chocolate. See you just now. So now we're ready to make our chocolate cake. It's very nice, it's very moist, and so easy to make. So just follow the steps and you can do it at home for your loved ones and your children. They'll surely enjoy it. So in our ingredients, we've got flour, all-purpose flour. It's just cake flour. Don't use self-raising cake flour. Then I've got cocoa, just half a cup of cocoa, 1 cup of sugar. I got bicarbonate soda, which is baking soda, the blue sachet that we always see in the supermarkets. I got baking powder, and I got coffee, but coffee goes in with the wet ingredients. And from my wet ingredients, I've got 3 eggs. I've got buttermilk, just a cup of buttermilk. In here, I'm going to pour boiling water and mix it with coffee into one bowl. I'm gonna mix all the wet ingredients with vanilla essence into one bowl. So in here I've got flour, all-purpose flour, as I said, 2.5 cups of flour. I'm just going to add in salt. Sugar rather. Anyway, we do gonna add salt just to balance the sugar, and cocoa, just half a cup of cocoa. A tablespoon of baking soda, bicarbonate soda. Baking powder, a tablespoon as well. Then a bit of salt. I'm just gonna sprinkle in a bit of salt just to balance the sugar, the sweetness. So we're going to mix that together. Just like that. Then in our wet ingredients, you can actually whisk it. You need to make sure that everything adds in well together, or it's all mixed nicely. Okay, let's put that aside. Then our wet ingredients, eggs, I'm just going to whisk them lightly. Just like that, that should be perfect. 1 cup of buttermilk. Mix that all together. Vanilla essence. And I forgot one ingredient, cooking oil. We need to put in cooking oil. Just hold on like that. Just 1 cup of cooking oil. Just like that. Our cooking oil in there. Then we'll mix everything together. Just like that. Then boiling water or coffee. So just 1 tablespoon of coffee. You can use any coffee that you like at home. Just mix like that. And then into your bowl like that. Okay. Then we mix that all together. And in here, while we're mixing this, I've got chocolate discs that I'm going to melt with just cream for the chocolate drizzle on our cake. And here I just got blueberries, strawberry, and chocolate for garnish. You'll see how we do it. Now that everything is mixed all together and nicely, sorry, this mustn't fall. We're going to mix this with our dry ingredients. Just create a hole in between and pour gently, mix nicely, just like that, until everything is combined. And if there is still a bit of flour, you can just add a bit of boiling water. Okay, now I'm gonna use a wooden spoon. It will be quick and easy. If you have a hand mixer at home, you can use it. So I'm using this. I'm showing you how simple this is. Even if you don't have a hand mixer, you can do it with just a wooden spoon. So just like that, gently. You need to ensure that every little bit of flour or the dry ingredient, it's mixed with the wet ingredient so that your cake can be nice. You don't want that fluffy or floury bite from your cake. So you need to mix everything all nice together. And whilst we're mixing, on our side here, we've got pans that we put on a parchment paper. I'm going to spray in some bit of baking spray, just like this. But I'm gonna do it much better. I'm just showing you now what I'm gonna do later. You need to continue mixing this nicely. So the parchment paper in your pan actually prevents the cake from sticking from the bottom. So it's a nice thing. It's a nice peel when the cake it's well cooked and well done or baked. Then you just have to peel, and it flattens the cake very nicely for when you are about to ice your cake. So this is mixed nicely. So yeah, so now we're ready to just what's this? To sprinkle some bit of, so if you don't have this spray, the cooking spray, it's an oil-based spray. You can just use butter, just spread it on the sides of your pan and sprinkle some flour, but we're not gonna do that. That's the traditional way of doing things. So now we have it easy. We just spray this. It's a bit smoky. Let me just show you. You can see the smoke in there. Okay. And then your pans are ready now, and your oven should be preheated to 350 degrees or 250 heat, depending on how hot your oven is. You can just set it according to how you want your oven or your cake to bake. So now just pour in a bit into one pan, just like that. Just like that. And we're ready to bake. So this has to bake for an hour, just to wipe up some dirt that fell off while we're mixing. So this is ready to go to the oven. You bake this for an hour, or use the toothpick test. Use the toothpick test to test if the cake is well done. It mustn't have any dough that comes out from the inside from the toothpick. It must be dry, and then that's an indication that your cake is done. So after an hour, we're gonna come back and show you how our cake looks like. So we're just going to put in some garnish, some chocolate drizzle in there, and you'll see how it comes out. So we have our cake here. We had pre-made this. It's nice and beautiful, and I frosted it with some chocolate icing. So to do your icing, you just need your butter, icing sugar, and vanilla essence. You beat your butter to be smooth and nice. You add in you add in icing sugar, then you whisk with your hand mixer. You cannot do that with just a wooden spoon. You need an electric hand mixer. Then you drizzle or you put in some bit of vanilla essence, and if it's thick, you can just pour in a bit of milk and continue beating or whisking together until it makes this nice and good creamy buttercream. So in here, I showed you my chocolate discs. So I just melted it with some cream in the microwave for about like 10 seconds for this consistency. So we're going to drizzle this on top of our cake. And in here I got some powdered sugar, which is icing sugar. You'll see what I'm going to do with this. And in here I've got the garnish chocolate, blueberries and strawberry. So let's go now. Let's just drizzle or pour in our chocolate dip. So you should always focus on the center. It's all going to melt or to go down to the sides of the cake to make some nice drips. This is just beautiful. Okay, on this side as well. Okay, here we go. Very nice and beautiful. Can you see the sides? Very, very nice. So you can have this set for just a minute in the fridge, but we don't have time for that. If you're rushing to serve your guests, you might as well go ahead and garnish your cake. So we're just gonna put in some chocolate, some bit of decoration there and there. Your kids are gonna love this, your guests are also gonna love this. And the blueberries. Just there. I'm just gonna put in randomly. Okay. I need some space for some strawberries as well. This is beautiful, isn't it? Okay. Then I'm just going to cut strawberries just to have a nice washed color of the strawberry, the pink into whiteness. Let's put in there as well. I didn't remove the leaves. They add in some color and some nice look into strawberries. Some bit of chocolate there on the side as well. You can garnish it the way you like it or decorate it the way you like. This is just a demonstration from me. You don't need to cut the strawberries if you don't want to. And now they are just the finishing touch. This is so beautiful. And your guests will be so much happy. They will be so excited. And the kids as well, I can imagine their eyes when they're looking at this. The pop of their eyes when they're looking at this is just beautiful, guys. So yeah, you can have it set for just a minute in the fridge for the chocolate drizzle to firm up. But because we can't wait to indulge and taste, let's just dig into it. Cut our cake. So we just want to see how it looks from the inside, and obviously take a bite for a taste. Let me just move in the knife again. This is how our chocolate cake looks like. I can't wait. to have a bite. Okay, now let's have a bite. So nice and moist. The sugar's well balanced. Icing, very nice and tasty. This is lovely. So these are dessert chocolate cake. So easy and simple. You can do it at home. If you want to follow my cooking, you can go to Facebook. I'm known as Vukosi Mbambu, or Instagram Vikings Kitchen. Vikings Kitchen. You just search that on Instagram or Facebook, Vikings and Friends. That's where we all share our recipes with my friends that are cooks as well. We're all joining together and we show you what we do at our homes. So yes, once again, to all the Old Mutual Insure ladies, happy Women's Day and enjoy.